72 lives were lost following the Grenfell Tower fire, which spread through combustible cladding on the building. And still, around the country, people are living in flats covered in dangerous material, waiting to hear when they'll be made safe.
So this is the area that's the problem. It's, if you feel, it looks like it's the same cladding as everywhere else, but when you knock on it, you see it's quite hollow behind there. And this is the whole area that's the problem, as well as the balcony down here.
Stuart Curry bought his waterfront flat in Sunderland looking forward to a quiet retirement with his wife Kath. But then residents discovered their block has areas of combustible cladding. They say the freeholder won't pay up front to change it, so with neighbours they've taken over the management of the block and applied for government funding to fix the cladding. But with problems with fire doors too, residents are having to pay for round-the-clock patrols by the fire brigade.
So it's £10,500 a week to have 3 people on a wake and watch. And that allegedly is cheap. If we run out of funds, and that could be very soon, we could be put on notice and have a prohibition notice and decant the whole building. So that would be 200 people made homeless at Christmas.
Today, the government called progress on cladding unacceptably slow and said it will make sure there's an end in sight.
This cannot go on. This plan sets out how we'll fix buildings faster, identify remaining buildings that's still at risk and ensure that residents are supported through the remediation process.
The government's acceleration plan means that by the end of 2029, all 18-metre-plus high-rises with dangerous cladding will have been fixed. Also, by the end of this Parliament, unsafe cladding in buildings over 11 metres should have been fixed, or there should be a date for the work to be finished. Landlords who don't get on with the job will face severe penalties. But campaigners say, compared to the National Cladding Task Force Keir Starmer was calling for when he was in opposition, today's plan leaves too much up to industry.
They're saying, OK, building owners will have some penalties and we'll maybe throw you in jail, maybe at some point down the line. None of this really translates into positive outcomes for the leaseholders and residents quickly. So it's all just still the government arguing with building owners and developers rather than thinking, we'll give people that certainty that there's a pathway to remediation and then we'll recover the funds.
In Sunderland, Kath and Stuart Curry feel it's unfair innocent leaseholders are shouldering the burden of making flats safe. Their freeholder, Wallace Estates, told us it sympathises with them, but since the leaseholders have taken over the management of the building, it has no control over repairs. It also said it's asked for the details of the cost of the fire patrols, but they haven't been provided. Here, they hope today's announcement means the freeholder will have to do more.
We need help. We desperately need help, and we need help from the very top, because it's only at the very top where this is going to get solved, and it's a long time in coming.
Fixing the cladding crisis could cost in excess of £20 billion. The government will pay a share, but most of the bill will fall to private owners and councils. And many leaseholders fear the government's solution might not be quick or straightforward in reality.